Now, your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
Good evening and happy Wednesday. We've made it to the third away marker of July, and what we're seeing is that we've had this change in the pattern, moving from some drier conditions and even brighter conditions from June to holding on to some grayer skies at times and at least bringing in some showery activity. We still have a deficit in that precipitation field, but note that this doesn't include today's moderate rainfall, but we are noting that we may make some improvements here at that deficit, but our cooler than normal weather pattern is going to persist. Now tonight we will continue with some of those periods of some moderate rainfalls. Those are pushing in throughout the day today, as we'll keep a low to just around about 50 degrees. What we'll see is that some of those more moderate rain showers will start to continue to break up here as we roll into our Thursday, and we'll stay with more of a showery pattern, some of those gray skies, and still a bit of a breeze that will last through about Friday before we will steer back to some of those more moderate rains as we head towards Saturday night. And with this pattern staying very active, there's not a lot of time to really bring in warming, so we are expected to continue to stay a bit cooler than normal with highs into the 50s. On days like here for tomorrow and Friday, if we can break up some of those rain chances, might be able to get temperatures a nudge warmer. Now here for our Thursday high tide, 5:01 into the morning hours, and then again just before 6 p.m. We'll step into the day looking at not a whole lot of warming there. 50 degrees to start the day and then 55 for our high, really bringing in a fall-like pattern here. Now showers will continue to be mentioned in the forecast, but note that it's going to be light and the winds aren't going to be as blustery, but we're still noting, especially for some of our outer coastal areas, we at least still talk about some gusts there. So our marine goers, especially in some of those inner channels, as showers and waves move in, there could be some increases, but we generally see here not as much of that takeover of rain showers like we had for today here in places. We're noting that it is a bit more of a break in the pattern. There's some breaks in those clouds, so might get some luck at seeing some sunshine, but we'll know that there is still more of these waves of energy that will at least keep moisture intact in the forecast. This is another area of low that's going to be sliding in. It is going to fall apart pretty quickly, and that's going to open up the field to bring in that next wave that will move in for that Saturday night. But really, our Friday morning, this will probably be our next best chance at accumulation. Now, looking at this forecast, note that this includes today's rainfall as well. So noting that all the way through Friday, we're seeing anywhere from about a half an inch upwards of an inch and a quarter. So some decent accumulation into our soils. As I mentioned, we've been building a little bit of a deficit. So definitely looking at some renewed rain chances. Our most likely rain chances will be the northern panhandle through Friday. Could get some better breakup of maybe some sunshine to the south with some of those lighter accumulations. If we do get some breakup of that daylight, sunrise is at 4:11 and sunset is at 9:55 with just under 18 hours of daylight. Again, if we could get some sunshine, might nudge those temperatures up a few degrees, but note that we'll continue to monitor what is more of this wet weather pattern that will be taking us into at least early next week.